Let's talk about Holden.
Okay.
Guy, you want to give us a little insight on who Holden is for the people in
Holden is
the
an absolute degenerate. I love it. I
Great
also
intro.
he's he uh he's a freak. Um, he's down a trade with you. You just shoot him a text message. He's gonna try to get the better end of it. That's for sure. But he's always down to make moves. He's super active. Um, and as far as his team goes, because of Tyreek Hill situation where he may play, it looks like it's looking better now than it was when, as we previously thought, or at least I thought he wasn't going to play again. But then good news are coming out for him. So because of the Tyreek Hill situation, his team really, really needs wide receivers. Really
Let's take
bad.
a look real quick at that, just so we can be specific. We've got Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Jackson. He has
Taylor Gabriel.
Tyler Gabriel. Taylor Gabriel. D.D. Westbrook, whose stock I think goes up big time this year. Deshaun Hamilton, who I also think goes up this year. I mean, that's just my own feeling. So those are ascenders.
Mhm.
Debo Samuel, more long-term play. Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
Um, got Callaway. Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, you got really don't have a lot of top tier wide receivers going on here. Even Deshaun Jackson, it's like he's splitting between J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Alshon Jeffrey, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert, big time shit. Big split there. And
Mhm.
yeah, and the Tyreek Hill. So I 100% agree. That's definitely Larry Fitzgerald stock down, but so yeah, he is. If I were him, I would be trading for whatever I need to trade for a WR1.
Yeah, he has a lot of trade bait too in terms of turning a prospect wide receiver into maybe a more guaranteed one. Because people love the upside of young wide receivers. They're like, oh, this guy could turn into the next enter wide receiver name here. When they're so young, their potential is so high. So Deshaun Hamilton, rookie last year, really might replace Emmanuel Sanders if Sanders isn't healthy at the beginning of the season. Saw volume anyways. Um, I like D.D. Westbrook as well. We'll see what Foles can do to unlock that offense. The reality is, too, with the Tyreek Hill situation, uh, he's suspended from football activities by the team. The commissioner hasn't had an opportunity to put him on the exempt list yet.
Mhm.
But the precedent has been set for how to treat situations like this.
By
And
the team. The team has done it with
yeah,
Kareem Hunt.
the team has done it. The NFL has done it. The commissioner has done it in other situations. It's really concerning still, even with the lack of bad news coming out. I don't expect that he plays, and that's kind of how you have to operate. So,
Right.
with that in mind, I mean, he addressed his needs. I'd like Debo Samuel. We know that it's a deep wide receiver core in San Francisco right now, and by deep I mean there's a lot of guys, not like a lot of talent.
Well,
That's how I feel about Arizona.
Dante Pettis is talented.
Yeah, Dante Pettis is talented, but unproven. He has flashes of upside last year, um, but no one has asserted themselves as the alpha there. Like Godwin's gone, Pierre Garcon gone. I think Godwin might still be on the roster, but he was so underwhelming last season. You
Yeah,
can't expect
I
anything
think
from
they
him.
cut him. I think he's. I think they cut him.
Is he gone now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So there's a chance. There's a chance. And Debo Samuel has.
Goodwin's like more focused on the Olympics than football.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good one. That's right.
Yeah.
So there's a chance Debo Samuel can assert himself. It's really a competition between him and Pettis for the alpha status there. So I think it's a good call in the second round, his only pick because he traded away his first. Um, and then he comes back and gets Deontay Johnson. I've heard a lot of good things about Deontay Johnson as well.
Yeah,
People are very excited about his potential in that offense.
I like Dante Johnson.
I agree. Yep, I'm hearing a lot of good things about him too.
Uh, if I was him in the second round, I would have picked Marquise Brown instead of Debo Samuel. I think Marquise Brown is a better talent, and I think he'll have more opportunity. But I think I definitely believe in San Francisco's offense, though. So if San Francisco offense does end up being really that good, then Debo Samuel might end up being a better pick than Marquise Brown.
Well, it's a Lamar Jackson versus Jimmy Garoppolo debate, really.
But it's also for me. I mean, just because I was the recipient of the good fortune of having both Josh Jacobs and Marquise Brown fall in my lap in this draft, which I'm still thankful for to this day. You know, for me, it's like when you talk about separation on a route, I think of Marquise Brown. I mean, I think of, that's the next Amari Cooper. That's the next Antonio Brown. That's a guy that it has been said by analysts who know a hell of a lot more than us that there are very few, if anyone, very few of any secondary guys in the NFL today that could keep up with Marquise Brown for more than 3 or 4 steps. Like, he's going to separate on the route. Now, Baltimore, not a great place to be for that. Was not the landing spot I was hoping for him. Probably why he fell to me.
If he had gone to any other team, man.
Yeah.
He would be a nut job. He would be just like blowing the roof off, possibly even in year 1. Yeah, but anyway, it didn't happen that way. But I believe in him because it's the Dynasty League. I'm super excited about him.
Yeah.
He's just, man, he's got undeniable talent. And it's going to be fun watching people try to keep up with that guy.
Yeah, the potential of the Baltimore offense could be really, really high if if Lamar develops as a passer a little bit more. If he even has like a little bit of that scramble and toss game that Josh Allen had. I mean, Josh Allen isn't like a remarkable quarterback prospect, but he unlocked a lot of those deep threat guys last season in Robert Foster and forget the other guy's name. Some undrafted guy who came out of nowhere and caught like massive touchdowns. But there's a chance that Baltimore looks really good. My biggest concern with Brown is a lot like with Corey Davis. It's just what happens when you land on the wrong team and you just lose your momentum,
Yeah, stagnation.
Yeah, it's a constant uphill battle. That's my only fear from him for a dynasty perspective is if he doesn't really get volume, if he can't make splash and highlight plays, what will he become? Odell Beckham Jr. got injured going into the draft process, and then really we didn't hear from him for a while. But when he came back, Eli was able to at least get him the ball. And so you got to just bank on Lamar being able to make the offense in Baltimore move.
Yeah. So it's definitely a bet on Baltimore, and it's a bet on Lamar, undoubtedly. But I was willing to make that bet. I would make that pick again today, 100%. So no regrets on that. And we'll see what happens. Although I have to say, today I would debate a little about the J.J. Arcega-Whiteside pick because of how he's done. If I knew then what I know now, based on training camp, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, or J-Jaw, as I think we're going to end up calling, looking pretty damn good. And but you have that same argument I made later, basically. Yeah, he's going to be splitting with a lot of other people. But I think I'd still take Marquise. But there is an argument to be made there based on the touchdown potential in the red zone of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I mean, I think he's definitely going to be a red zone target because of his jump ball, get it. His height. I mean, his contested catch percentages. I mean, he's going to be crazy. But then again, there's a couple of those guys in the league. So.
I think this is a debate that we don't talk about often enough, actually, with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, and that is, should it be J-Jaw or Jaws? Because
Jaws already exists, so you can't re-Jaws.
You can re-Jaws. He's actually playing. He's on the field.
No, they retired it. They should retire it like a number. No more Jaws.
Oh, man. I don't know. This one is actually like a good Jaws.
I know. I know. But come on, man. You didn't grow up with Ron Jaworski. I did, so that's why. So,
But picture it. He's an alpha predator. He's rising from the water like JJ will be rising above the defenders.
I do like that. Ball. You make a good sales pitch, but you didn't live through the 70s and the 80s and freeze your ass off at Veterans Stadium, so I forgive you, but it's still sacrilege.
All right. I'll give it to you as seniority.
And the old man. Give it to the old man.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a comment, if I may, because I follow Bruce Anderson quite a bit. He's a sleeper. I was super surprised and disappointed that he went undrafted, and I was mad props to the Bucs for getting him. I think that kid's going to be something, and I think that was a great pick. So I'm just saying.
Here's the thing: the Bucs cannot run the football. They can't. It doesn't matter who you put back there. They can't run the football. I've been watching the Bucs for a very long time. Their offensive line is straight doo-doo when it comes to running the ball. They
But
can't
things are
open up any
changing.
holes.
Yeah, but they have, I mean, Bruce Arians, like you have a lot of changes there now, so it's not the
It's
same
true.
Bucs.
Bruce Arians, and I think a problem is also the offensive line coach, and he's gone. They got their own guy. So maybe I'm wrong, and they'll fix it. But if Bruce Anderson hits, can you imagine like a starting running back in the 4th round?
Right.
It's possible.
Yeah, like that would be awesome. I think Holden had an awesome draft. I knock him for Debo. I wish he had Marquise Brown, gone with the higher talent potential there. But the San Francisco offense is too good, and Deontay Johnson too, hitting on that 3rd round. I also think that was a steal.
Yeah.
But I gave him a D+, and it's really rough. But he didn't have a 1st round pick. Like,
Yeah.
That's really gonna hurt you if you don't have a 1st round pick.
I got it. Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
the basis for my evaluation of him too. I gave him a C-, and it's because he traded away his future potential for Tyreek Hill. And
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with that. Whatever you want to, I'd C-, D+. But a team with no needs, short term or long term, which obviously would be very difficult to do, I could see doing that. But with having a team with needs like his does, like most of ours do, yeah, that just doesn't make sense. And it puts you.
Well,
behind.
to me, if you look at the trade when he did it, I was like, my God, Holden just trade Rape Dean. I mean, Tyreek Hill, like if you got Tyreek Hill for a 1st round pick, yeah, I would 100% do it. It's just the fact that Tyreek Hill is not going to play.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
imagine
not on him.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying it's not on him that card landed the way that it did.
Yeah.
But it still is a shitty draft because he needs so much more help. He needs it at quarterback. He needs it at running back and wide receiver.
And yeah, it would be like trading away like Tua Tagovailoa, for next year or something. It's like you're gonna miss out on that kind of shit. No, ouch. Like you don't miss that shit.
On 4th and 3rd round running backs who can turn into something, I just wanted to bring up last year's draft. Jalen Samuels was the 312, and Justin Jackson was the 412. And both of those guys look like they actually might have roles. So it's not total dead man's land to be drafting running backs, especially ones with that production premium that Bruce Anderson had in college and that has potentially huge upside, but just some risk involved. So
I mean, that's why I drafted running back at the end. Sometimes you get lucky.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. Really, those later rounds are fun because you're just going for, so like even in redrafts and best balls, it's like, hey, it's like this is where you get to take some guesses, and your guess is as good as anybody else's at that point because there's just less surety built in. I don't know. So I really enjoy those because when you're drafting in like in a redraft league in the first couple rounds, it's like it's pretty fixed. I mean, it's a trading zone of a couple spots, but you get later in it, and that's where you start getting into more creativity, I think. And it's a different form of that, I think, with the rookie drafts.
I like it because it generates like irrational exuberance for a guy that's so deep behind. Because you're yelling at the TV like Bruce Anderson, why don't they put him in? And everyone in the bar is like, who the fuck is
Bruce Anderson? How do you not know that? He's North Dakota. What? Right? He's North Dakota.
Since Holden likes playing poker, that last round pick is like a 3-5 suited.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hit it straight on a 3-5 suited. Sometimes you hit a flush. Man, you never know.
Yep.